Welcome to the Celebrate Brave podcast. I'm Nicole Steinbach, your host and the International Bravery Coach, on a mission to redefine brave, how we identify it, live it, and most importantly, celebrate it. Because when you build your brave, you change your world, and that changes the world. Talk about something to celebrate. Let's go. Hello, brave people. Today, we are talking about timing. And I am making a bold, brave proclamation, which is, you ready? You're always on time for what you're doing in the world. Always. All that goodness, all that awfulness that comes into your life, it's right on time. Nothing is too early. Nothing is too late. You are not too early. You are not too late. You're always on time for what you're doing in your world. And the great thing, the awesome thing, oh my gosh, I am Wonder Woman superhero thing is that you get to decide. You get to decide that you are always on time for what you are doing in your world. Isn't that cool? Isn't that super empowering? I just think that is incredible. I just think that is so exciting. Ugh. So, where's the inspiration for this and why am I so excited about it? I'm so excited about it because this is a new learning for me. This is a breakthrough that I've had in the last few months. And it's so empowering to decide that everything that I'm doing is on time. Okay, so let me share a little bit of the background. So Dr. Davia Shepherd runs oh my gosh, it's just a kick-ass community, okay? It started in person, and with 2020 and the COVID quarantine, it became a virtual organization, and it's called Power Ladies Lunch. And y'all, check it out on Facebook. That's a great idea. Even better is check it out on YouTube. And this is how recently my breakthrough has come about the timing always being right. Because when I spoke with Dr. Shepherd for the Power Ladies Lunch, I didn't know this yet. So you can go watch the video. It's a great conversation. We got really raw. I told a story. Okay, here's the story. So in January, February, something along those lines, I was talking to a potential client who I remain excited about. Just a wonderful person, very, very just ambitious and breaking down these limitations from her childhood, breaking through cultural ideas that are just silly and norms that are not in her service. So just a really, really fantastic, fantastic woman in technology. And here's the thing, her goals, they were then and they remain now totally inevitable, right? They're going to happen. It's taking longer for the story, but they are inevitable, okay? So we're on a consult call. She says yes, right? Yes. And then before we can start, she says no. The timing isn't great, she says. Timing isn't great. And this is the part that's on the video for the Power Ladies Lunch. I was super bummed. I was super, super bummed. And then, no joke, like a week later, or maybe less, quarantine started to happen in the United States. I got sick. My husband got sick. The kids were literally thrown into homeschooling. It was wild. It was wild. I am so grateful that we went through that time now, a year later, because I decide that the timing is always right. And it was tough. It was tough. And, meanwhile, she's in another part of the world and she's experiencing very similar things. And I told myself, oh man, am I lucky? She's right. The timing wasn't right. Oh, thank goodness that she followed her intuition because the timing was definitely not right. We're in this quarantine. The kids are at home. I'm sick. My husband's sick. This is crazy pants. And I told that story in my recorded session for the Power Ladies Lunch. And that story was the truth for me. So I share out the video. Another client reaches out and just sends me all these smiley faces. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice, right? And then here's what actually happened. Okay. One client said yes, then no, because the timing wasn't right. Her goals are inevitable, but they're not in her life yet. Another client said yes, stayed in the yes. The timing was right. And y'all, less than a year later, her goals also are inevitable and they are reality. This is what she said. She accepted a new role. She's at a new company. She increased her base pay alone by 10%. And her relationship with her family is, and I quote, off the charts improved. So one client, this is in the same period of time, one client, inevitable goals, brilliant. Another client, inevitable goals, brilliant. One says yes, then no. One says yes and stays yes. One is continuing to work, and that timing is right for her. The other one has already turned those original goals into her reality and is continuing to work, and the timing is right for her. And this is why. Because I decide the timing is right for me. Client A decides the timing is right or wrong. Client B decides the timing is right or wrong. We decide because it's our choice, it's our decision. The timing is always right for what you are doing in the world. The timing is always right for what you are doing in the world. So if you're saying things like, if only this came later, if only this happened sooner, if only things had gone differently, I'm not ready for this year. I want to do this next year. Or I'm still super pissed off I couldn't go to Thailand in 2020. That's an actual quote from someone in my life. If these are things that you're carrying around, I'm going to challenge you right now. Here comes the challenge, y'all. Decide that those things happened at the right time. Decide you are always on time for what you are doing in the world. Because When you choose to believe you are exactly where you need to be, where you are on time, you know who you want to be, you know where you're going, you choose to believe your goals are inevitable, and you act like it. Time doesn't determine your next big success. You do. You determine your next big success. Because you, dear listener, are always on time for what you're doing in the world. Thanks again for listening today. If you are ready to build your brave for more money, deeper relationships, and more opportunities in your life, reach out to me, Nicole Steinbach. I would love to help you. And please remember to rate and review this Celebrate Brave podcast so that more people can support our movement to redefine brave, how we define it, live it, and celebrate it.